don't you just hate it where in the middle of the project, a client would come to you, hey, can we try something else? Or how about you also do this, and come up with a request that they didn't know they were going to do before, they didn't budget for, they're not paying for it, they're just asking for more stuff, and that's frustrating. Let's talk about how to deal with this in this video. Let's rock and roll. Hey designer friends, what's up? My name is Ron Segal and welcome back to Flux. Recently we have a lot of freelancing stories, and this is another one based on a discussion I had with one of our students where he explained to me where he was working on a logo project for a client. He was giving them two different directions and they were all already approved, one of them, and were about to move forward with the project, where in the middle of things they were like, by the way, we have another person who we showed this to. We didn't tell you about him, but he's also important and he wants to try a completely different direction. How about we do another direction? And that's obviously so frustrating and annoying. And we were having a discussion, what is the best way to move forward when a client does something like this? So here's my strategy for dealing with it. The first thing is be prepared in advance for things like this to happen. This is why when we budget and when we plan the project, we add at least 20% buffer, meaning if I think it's going to take 10 hours, I'm actually planning and charging for 12 hours, because these things that come out of the blue, they're actually, you can predict them. They're always going to happen. There's always going to be something that you didn't plan for, which is why we budget for buffer. So when I was talking with my student, he said, I did budget for buffer, right? So I'm not going to lose money if I do this for them, but how do I react to them? Do I just tell them, okay, whatever? I mean, you can do whatever you want, and then they're going to come up with another request. Eventually it's going to run over our budget, and what's going to happen then? And so I said, yes, right. So first of all, you budget for it. That's great. Now you can actually help them and not lose money. But however, here's what I would do. One thing that you can do, right, is say, no, this is not what we agreed upon. This is not part of the contract. You didn't tell me before, I'm not doing this. And again, legit, if you look at the contract, you're probably right. However, is this the best thing forward? If you're really trying to help your clients and you really want the best thing for them, then perhaps listening to them and collaborating with them and make sure that they're actually happy at the end of the process is also important. So I wouldn't do that. What I would do, knowing that I've planned buffer for it, so I'm not going to lose money, I'm still going to be as profitable as I wanted and can accommodate this request, what I would do is I would help them. However, I would guilt trip them. And so here's what I would say. I would say, look, obviously we didn't plan for this. This is not what we agreed upon in the contract, right? You're asking me for something that is extra, something that by any means I should be asking you for more money for, right? This is the right thing to do. Look at the contract. This is completely, I'm going to have to reschedule and change all of my schedule. However, I like you. I really care about this project and I want this project to succeed. And so I'm going to do this, but I have to tell you, this is the last time that this is going to happen, right? So we can't accommodate any more extra changes like this. Now, I want to explain why I'm behaving this way and why I think this is the right way to approach. So here's what happened. I mean, and the third solution is to just say, yeah, sure, whatever. You're the client, I'll do it. And this is what I think most people will do. Most people would just say, okay, but then they would hate the client and they will be resentful and so forth, and they will feel like they've been pushed around and so forth. Now, with the way I would deal with it, I think I'm not resentful towards the client. However, I make them feel like I go above and beyond for them. That turns me immediately from, either I can be a person who doesn't want to collaborate, who's annoying, who only cares about the money. This is not a really good place to be with. On the other side, if I immediately just say, yes, whatever, I'll do whatever you want, now you've got this designer who's this push around and you can just push him, and he will do whatever you want. And in the middle, there's the professional high performer designer where although he knows he can say no to you, he decided to over deliver on their promises to you and basically do you a favor because they care about you. And this is the place where you want to be, because this is where they're like, here they hate you, right? If you just say no, they hate you. Here, they don't respect you anymore because you're just this push around who will do anything. But here in the middle, they love you. They're thankful for you. They know they've stepped over the line and they did something that they shouldn't do. And that's why you kind of guilt trip them into it. But then you've also went beyond and show them that you're not here for the money because you care about them and you're going the extra mile. And that really immediately turned you into a professional that over delivers. And this is where I think that you want to be in your relationship with your clients. Now, again, you're not lying them, you're not tricking them or whatever. You're saying things as they are, and you just make them realize that they're asking you for an extra and that you are currently extra delivering. And it's really important that they know this, they recognize this, and they are thankful for you for going beyond, and they're not just going to take it for granted. Also, this way of setting up the expectation makes it way more likely that this is not going to happen again, because you've basically just told them, this is the last time that this is going to happen. If this happens again, I am going to charge you extra. So you're setting expectations. Although you could tell them immediately, I'm going to charge you extra, you went beyond this and you set the expectation for what's going to happen the next time. So those are my suggestions. Again, this is not like a random thing that might happen somewhere. This happens all the time. You should expect this to happen almost in any project. So you want to have this answer prepared, and you want to know how to deal with these situations when that happens. Let me know in the comments below if this ever happened to you and how you reacted. And of course, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more videos on design and freelancing and dealing with the clients and all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.